to you through Restream and going to several other platforms. We said we would be back, and here we are. We had to go over from Chrome to Firefox to make this thing work a little better. We were running Sam Broadcaster, and we had to drop that because of our poor internet signal. Glad to be here today talking to you all about some of the things that we have learned about COVID-19. This COVID-19 hoax, as I call it, the greatest hoax in history, has seemed to baffle everyone in the United States, put everyone in submission, beat everybody down into slavery, beat everyone down into obeying their masters. The elite, the ones who run the world, control the world, the New World Order, the cabal, the whole damn smear is just a big clusterfuck. Right now, people are so confused as to what to do, where to go, where to run, where to escape, how to escape. This contact tracing is scaring everyone to 70,000 people plus being trained to go out and contact tracers that might be deputized, might have that authority, or have police with them or some type of law enforcement with them to come out to your homes and offices and to come out to shopping malls and different places and stick or Kiler Davenport here on on Restream, coming to you, trying to get through with this crummy internet that we've got. I'm going to scream if we keep losing the signal, but we're doing the best we can here to hang on. Wanted to bring you some updates on COVID-19, the hoax. Uh, uh, I think the biggest hoax in history. Uh, yeah, besides some other things that I won't mention. Um, this COVID-19 thing has been so confusing, and there's been so many different perspectives on it from around the world, different commentaries on it from alternative radio and mainstream news that people really don't know what to do, where to go, how to escape. Many people want to escape what's coming down the road here. And I think one of the most dangerous things that's happening right now is the fear that people have of this invisible ghost called COVID-19, COVID-19 2, which was SARS and Zika and the HIV/AIDS virus and polio, all the way back to all of these hoaxes that were, as conspiracy theorists were called, were put into play by the New World Order and planned, very well planned and orchestrated. And we know now that these contact tracers are going to be going out and they're going to be testing everyone for temperature, going to be going out to shopping malls and your workplace and your local bowling alleys and God knows where else, Walmart, setting up their operation, their very nefarious operation to stick little probes in your nose and down your throat and take your DNA samples and your temperature and ask you a lot of questions about your personal life concerning your physical health. And there's going to be 70,000 of these people trained to go out and do this, along with they're pulling 7,000 of those 70,000 from the Peace Corps and bringing them back into the United States to be a part of this contact tracing group. And It's really a scary situation. It's really a sad situation. It's triggering a lot of people who have PTSD, like myself. I'm a former EMT, emergency medical technician, ACLS cardiac paramedic. I've worked in emergency medicine practically all of my life since I was 14 years old, and I have never in my life seen anything like this at all. I never thought I would ever see anything like this in my life. This is something that has just boggled my mind as far as all of the misinformation and disinformation that's come out on this virus. Now, we're finding out in Italy, we got some information out of Italy with the forensic science groups over there and the medical examiners that this is not a virus at all, but a bacteria. They took several cadavers and they cut their heads off and they cut their legs and arms off, and they went in and they really did some extreme analysis of this so-called virus. Found out that it is a bacteria. We hear through the grapevine that they are suing the World Health Organization for misinformation. They've, as we understand it, they've let 14,000 patients go there in Italy home with aspirin and two proper antibiotics that I don't have their name for right here at the moment. But this hoax, COVID-19 hoax, is no worse than the common cold or maybe a minor flu. And look what we're doing. We're masking up everyone. We're putting masks on people. We're scaring people to death. Little children are running around with these masks on, and it's just getting to be totally ridiculous. People are fighting each other over not wearing masks or wearing masks. People are having fights, physical confrontations. Um, Fauci, Gates, Gates has no medical background whatsoever. Gates has written no medical papers to any medical journals. All Gates has is money, Bill Gates. And Fauci and Birch should be put in jail for crimes against humanity, for lying to the public all this time, along with the administration surrounding them and all of the other so-called experts surrounding them. I'm hoping this is going to work out, Restream. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to reach a lot of people here on Restream. I'm hoping that a lot of people will hear my voice and they will be able to follow us to our many different places that we're going. We're going to leave Blog Talk Radio and we're going back to Talk Shoe. I don't really like that. I kind of hate to say it, but we're going back to Talk Shoe. And that's where we started years ago. Blog Talk Radio is just not giving us the power that we need to get out to the public. And as you know, as an individual, a free individual with this particular platform, we should be able to get out to hundreds, if not thousands, of people, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to work this out where we can do Skype meetings, Skype shows, TalkShoe shows, StreamYard shows, and Restream, trying to combine those platforms together where my producer can get us out there on other platforms and Restream on other platforms. They promise a lot here on Restream, and I'm still waiting to see exactly what they can deliver, and that will remain to be seen. I'm hoping to see some folks come up live here on the Restream chat. Hoping some folks will come in and ask me some questions or make some comments. Lots of things going on in the world we haven't forgot about. This this COVID-19 is nothing but a word on a piece of paper. The thing that's really happening is environmental poisons, environmental toxins, environmental gases, poison gases, and all types of pollutants that are coming into our body, including but not limited to aluminum from these chemtrails, along with barium and strontium and other poisons that are coming out of these jet streams that are coming down upon us, and we are breathing all of these things in. Now, another very insane idea was for them to create 2.5 million mosquitoes that are weaponized, that can actually go out and shoot you up with a RIFD chip and deliver a disease or illness at the same time, while probably drawing some of your blood. Now, this sounds Frankensteinian, sci-fi, science fiction, but this is real, folks. This is really real. And all of the science technology that's behind the weapons, as far as mind control, are there. They are controlling the mind of the American people. Now, I'm not talking about the rest of the world right now. I'm talking about just the American people. They're controlling our minds. Now, that sounds a little conspiratorial also, but I'm just going to go ahead and put my stamp on it. This is happening, and it's happening right now. It's happening through propaganda. It's happening through indoctrination and programming that's going on all around us at all times. All of this is going into our brains, our cerebral cortex, our medulla oblongata, our parietal lobes, our frontal lobes, our occipital lobes. And the Mund and Smith Act, um, the Smith-Mund Act, allows mainstream media to lie to you. It also allows cops to lie to you. Cops lie, 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 lie to catch you in a lie. And the mainstream media lies to you to program you, indoctrinate you into the New World Order. And this country is turning into a Marxist country, a socialist country, literally overnight. There are so many things going on right now with Black Lives Matter, destroying property and hurting people, and crimes against persons, crimes against property. Black Lives Matter has vowed to burn this country down to the ground. They've vowed to create all of this violence and all of this chaos that's going on. We're looking for that to happen tonight and tomorrow and the next day. We're going to be upgrading you on the news that's happening around the world, and especially here in the United States, concerning this claim that was made during a press conference, or several press conferences, from Black Lives Matter. We were also concerned with Antifa, and we're also concerned with the Black Panthers. Not to be racist here, but to be analyzing the news from a neutral position, looking at these things very objectively, and trying to report the news as it is and as it comes out, and trying to vet these stories as best we can. Um, we haven't forgotten about the illegal organ transplants in China. We haven't forgotten about the 2.4 million dissidents in China that are locked up in re-education camps or prisons, that are having their organs removed and transported all over the world to the rich and famous. We haven't forgotten about the sex trade, the 8-year-olds and 13-year-olds that are being sold into the sex trade around the world. We haven't forgotten about the RIFD chips. We haven't forgotten about the quantum tattoos they're coming out with. We haven't forgotten about the flat tattoos they're coming out with to be able to identify you. The government knows everything about you. Facebook knows everything about you. Plus, all of your other social media is being categorized and being analyzed and placed into an algorithm that will be with you for the rest of your life. There is no escape. There's no escape. There's no place to run. There's no place to hide. And you're just going to have to learn to get through the matrix as best you can, as best we can, without getting caught by the predators that are after us, and they want to do all of these horrible things to us. And it seems draconian, and it is draconian at its base. Some of you like to say evil; it's evil. Some of you like to blame it on the devil, and that's okay. Some of you like to blame it on demons and the Antichrist, and some of you are talking about the end times and apocalypse and John the Baptist and Revelations, Patmos. John being, I think John was banished to Patmos to write Revelations. Many of these things, including Nostradamus, we're looking at. A lot of these predictions are coming out, coming up. A lot of these prophecies are being fulfilled. Whether you believe in the Bible or not doesn't really matter. A lot of these prophecies are being fulfilled. A lot of these prophecies are just common sense also as to what man is and who man is and what man is capable of doing. So we'll talk about that on other broadcasts. Right now, I'm going to leave you and work with my producer on some of these other uh, platforms. We're going to try to get on TalkShoe right now and see if we can get a stamp, see if we can get a label, see if we can get a brand over there and get that brand started and know the numbers to call and so forth and so on. TalkShoe is a little rough. You have to call in and you have to dial in a code and this and that and the other. We're going to work on that right now. We're not going to wait. And I'm going to make my last broadcast probably, unless I can talk my producer out of it, on Blog Talk Radio tonight. We're going to go ahead and buy into uh, Restream. Blog Talk goes until the 26th of July, and then we'll switch over completely to Restream. But I'm going to go ahead and get her to buy Restream now. We're going to go ahead and do it now because otherwise I'm not going to do it at all. I want to see what the capabilities are when we buy into this thing. I want to see this board change, and I want to see people coming in from different platforms. Right now, I don't think we're reaching hardly anyone, and I'm very disappointed about that. But then again, we haven't done any public relations or marketing or advertising the new platform here. So we'll do that. And Mary's going to be very, very busy over the next few weeks, getting me ready to go out there and talk to people on all of these different platforms, including Skype. She's got an idea to build a Skype group and somehow get that out to people. I don't know how we're going to do that. And I know that Skype groups are a lot of fun, and a lot of people can't attend them. But that's going to be, it's going to be an extra platform for us to reach more fans. So until then, I will see you all. I'm going to end this, and we will see you all very soon back here and doing another restream. So until then, Kiler Davenport over and out.